Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for gold. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios your price may take and explain why I prefer one counter over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 1 hour time frame and looking at the count that we were discussing last again. In this one we were talking about this being a ABC, again starting from the lows of July 21st around 1682 and giving us this three-way structure into wave A. Then a ABC into W, three ways into X, and another ABC down here to wave B. And from B, again, what we are expecting is a five-way structure for the C as always. So A, B, C, either going to be a running flat or an expanded flat in which we would take out the highs of A. Now, within this wave C, we were expecting that five-way structure. And last time we were discussing about this potential being a wave 4 already here, or we would be creating some kind of larger wave structure like so, and that larger wave structure is now built. What we had more confluence around was that 38.2, where we were creating some kind of structure here. So that 38.2 is again the retracement of this third wave, and that is generally the target for wave 4s. Now we are still around that area. We had the 1-to-1 extension of this leg here coming down for that 1-to-1 as well. That had very nice confluence for the 38.2. We did have this previous low here as a support, and generally when we are breaking the previous wave 4 here, then it is no longer that likely that we are actually going to hold, and it is not that likely that we are actually still within that wave 4, and this is indeed something else. Now if we are looking at, let's take a quick look at this as well. We have that 1-to-1 here as well on micro as well, if we are labeling that over here as well. So you see there was loads of confluence around here for that wave 4 to be stopping. Now the structures over the lows was not really impulsive looking. If we are zooming into, let's see, where do we need to be zooming into? 1 minute. Again, this is gold on 1 minute. You can see this a lot, very much barcoded, but again, we can't really see a very good structure from lows. This looks like a three-way structure for me, three ways, and then, well, this is a mystery for me. I feel like we have to do something like that, a WXY from there. So WXY as a whole as well. So this feels like we would be going downwards. We have the lowest low here on RSI right here. We have taken out the start basically, at least on smaller time frames. So it would imply us that, or tell us that this move is not done yet, and it is very much of a possibility. Now the expectation was 5 waves, and I got stopped out right with this week. I'm looking for a re-entry for this possible 5th. It is still possible as long as the wave 4 does not take out these lows. But again, at the 0.5 retracement of that third wave, it starts to shift the bias for something else, because again, it is not very likely to take out the 0.5 retracement. Again, that would be basically these lows around here, where we had a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a fourth of this third of third. So that is basically the last chance for us to pivot upwards again. Let's take a look at the volume profile here. And as you see, there is pretty much no volume whatsoever with this structure here. If we are breaking through this current lows that we had here, we can see that there is just no volume until the highs here basically of this microwave 1. Of course, we could be getting down here, but at that point, again, we have gone so far beyond the 0.5 retracement that it just doesn't have the right look anymore, right? So we would be doing most likely something like this. And at that point, again, wave 4 would be starting to get so massive in comparison to that wave 2 that it just doesn't have the right look anymore. And again, the right look is just based on the proportions and the time it takes to create some wave structures, and that affects the probabilities for sure. So what am I looking for tomorrow or Monday? I would be looking for some kind of move up here, and a small, well, hopefully taking out basically this low, and then we can be talking about and looking at what kind of structure we can get from here. If we are going to be taking out the lows here, I'm not quite sure how to fit this guy into this higher time frame picture, because this definitely feels like it is done here, this three-way move. So maybe there is something here that I just don't see, and it's some kind of leading diagonal, or this is just way too small time frame for gold to be analyzed here. So, and we have to be accepting that this could be a wave 1 too. I definitely don't want to be going smaller than 15 minute that I showed you as well, because as you see, those are just barcodes. You can't really make anything out of it. The price action is so bad there, in my opinion. But yeah, looking for a possible long setup here still for this possible fifth. Now, let's discuss about what is this fifth about. Now, if we zoom in, again, this was about that C wave. This is not a start of something new for me. I'm actually looking for short setups if we take out these highs. I'm not in a short at the moment, but if we are taking or coming down now, this turns into a ABC again, and this whole structure, and most likely the higher time frame structure as well, needs to be relabeled, because again, the C wave can't be a three-way structure. So this whole thing might be something else completely. But we'll get back into that if that is the case. But yeah, this is what I'm expecting at this very moment. If we are staying above the 1685-ish area, then I'm still looking for this pump up here, taking out the third highs. And of course, as this is a commodity, the wave 5 is often the one that is actually extending, as we did not even have any extension on third. We just barely got beyond the 1.618 here. So definitely a push like this would not be too much of a surprise. But I feel like that is pretty much all I wanted to explain or tell about gold. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.